Soul everybody, and welcome to my channel. My name is Kenzie. I'm a little sim, a little alien sim from the Sims franchise. And yeah, I'm into all kinds of stuff. I'm into painting, I'm into digital art, I'm into working out. Um, I've posted previous videos of Sims environmental lo-fi because that is not available anywhere on YouTube. I have looked it up. Like they have lo-fi for Legend of Zelda, beautiful game. Uh, they have lo-fi for the Avatar Way of Water movie. And if that is not so freaking niche, I don't understand why there's no Sims 4 lo-fi. So I was like, I'm just gonna fill that void with videos that I make. I was like, that'd be so fun. Why not? But I also wanted to share my artwork with the world. So join me as I design my game room first in The Sims, and then on my iPad where I draw it for my YouTube so I can have a little area to sit in. But yeah, come along with me as I design this place. All right, so right now you're just watching me try to put two desks together in a corner piece, but none of them had the same freaking shade of white. So, but I knew I wanted that main desk with the shelf. It felt, it just matched the vibe I was going for. Got the new kit, you guys, the restoration kit and the kitchen clutter kit, because I love the clutter kits. Are my they eat. I didn't get the golden years because I don't have a lot of older Sims, so I was like, what am I gonna do with it? You know what I mean? And I've seen some reviews that it's not great, so I really appreciate The Sims for what it is, but throwing money into a game that's really buggy is kind of like, it sucks. It sucks a lot. But I'm always gonna be a little like a Sims girl at heart, so I can't, you know, there's a lot of joy I owe this game, but also I really struggle with them charging as much as they do for expansion packs and DLC when the game needs some attention, you know, like, hey, we've already thrown our money into this, like, please make it worth it. But I digress. Oh my gosh, tangent. I kid you not, I have recorded this section 5 freaking times, you guys. 5 times. So this is it. If it doesn't work, I'm giving up. I'm done. I'm stepping back. But I just wanted to talk about some of the stuff I'm using is very, oh gosh, feels like very realism. Like the outlet and the fan. I love that fan. The fan is definitely a part of The Sims. Like The Sims sold it in an expansion pack or a kit. But the outlet, that little outlet, I know it's such a small detail, you guys, but it scratches my brain. It just scratches my brain. But that outlet is a part of the CC creator around The Sims that I have found on Tumblr, and their name is Around The Sims, and usually it's like Around The Sims 4 or 3 or 2. They make CC for all of it, and it's so good. Something I will say, look, I love, it's controversial, I really like the kits, the clutter kits usually only, because I prefer Maxis Match CC. And of course, if it's made by The Sims, it's going to be Maxis Match. Some of the, I can't remember, the horse expansion pack, some of the swatches for some of the tables and like the wood, those feel kind of alpha to me, so I don't use them a whole bunch. But they're also great. I'm not saying that alpha CC is like not good. I just really like when stuff matches The Sims, just like it feels cohesive. I just don't use alpha CC often enough to prefer it. But if you do, you know, it is great. And the people that create that stuff, any kind of CC, is so awesome. It's so cool. I tried getting into it. I've worked with software like, oh, now I can't think of what it's called. You guys are going to be like, what a freaking liar, dude. She has no idea what she's talking about. But I do. I promise I do. I just can't think of it right now. But it's free and it's on Steam and you can create objects in it. Yeah, that's all I can tell you because I don't remember. But I know how to use those. So I really thought about making CC. I got the Sims, where you can pull the Sims objects out of the Sim and use them as like a reference. I got that far and I was like, you know, I really don't think I'm cut out for this. I don't have the patience, and I understand some computer stuff, probably more than like your grandpa does, but that's probably it. I get confused when I have the tool mod on here. I get so fucking confused, and then I get worried that I'm fucking up my game because I don't know what I'm doing. Ooh, I slipped a curse word in there. I've been really good about saying frick, but I got a potty mouth. I'm sorry. But yeah, I like the kits. I hate spending $5. I would much rather give that to a CC creator's Patreon. But I also like the stuff that they offer in this game. So, you know, I don't want to encourage you to spend your money. So don't spend your money if you don't have to, or if you don't have it. You can find anything in the kits through CC creators for free. But if you can, support those creators. But yeah, off of another tangent, because I can't stop talking about tangents. It's hard. This video feels like it's taking forever, but I can't speed it up anymore, or it's like you don't understand what's going on. But once we get to the decorating part, it's gonna make a lot more. It's gonna feel a lot more. I'm just gonna have a lot more to say, you know, because I'm gonna be really designing then. This, I feel like I'm getting out the bare bones. I'm creating surfaces to put stuff on. I'm getting colors that I like down. Yeah, you can see all my CC too. Do you see the peanut butter CC? If you find it, I love it. It's so cute. Gotta have my little water bottle on the desk. If you guys remember Graveyard Girl, back in her prime, she'd be like, sippy sippy. And I used to say that all the time. And now I think that's kind of low key. I wish I hadn't said that. I wish I hadn't said it like that. It's cute, but it was only cute when she did it, I'm sure. We all went through that phase, I'm sure, in middle school where we'd be like, I'm so cutesy, or I'm so emo, and I went through all of them. I went through all those phases. But now, unfortunately, I'm an adult, and I feel like in my adult age, I can't be doing that stuff. That's really like, yeah, I'm not gonna be doing that. But I love those little sticker prints. Oh, they're so cute. Gotta have a little bit of makeup, skincare. Gotta have my skincare. Little games. You know she's got The Sims 2 Nightlife, that one where it was a double, where it came with the Nightlife and The Sims 2. That is what started me. That is what started me on this game. Ooh, I love that game. But I'm like scared to buy it off of, because I know they offer the Legacy game now, but I'm so worried that it's not going to be as good as I remember, and I don't want to ruin that memory for me. So I've gotten so used to the way The Sims 4 looks. Love the graphics on The Sims 4. Now I'm like, yeah, I don't know. Now you can see me. Sorry, the angle is awful, but now you can see where I'm like really starting to set stuff up on the table, getting everything real organized, making it look believable. Sometimes the Sims placement on tables is so not believable. It's kind of embarrassing. Like, I'm not putting a plant, I'm not putting a plant like in 1/3 on my table. I don't know if that makes sense. I'm sure the people that build all the time know exactly what I'm saying. But yeah, if you ever need like a handy tool, place an item on the desk, and then if you have move objects on, you can remove the desk and move the item, and it'll stay at the same height, which is so convenient. That is the So now I'm kind of moving stuff around to where I want it so that it looks good. I just end up throwing everything on that side table, so I can see what I want on my table and around on the shelves. Sometimes I'll do that. If I see an item, sometimes like if I'm in the living room and I'm going through and I see something that would look really cute in my office or something like that, I'll throw that item in that room real quick and go back. But yeah, I'm giving you guys all these build tips just because I feel like I've been playing The Sims for so long, and I just recently got crazy into it, like decorating. I used to be like, whatever, I'll decorate how I want, but now I'm like real specific about where I put stuff. I love that little knitted octopus. He is so cute. You'll see me use the freezer bunny motif. You can see him on the pink swatch of the oh my gosh, the terminal? Is that what? I'm gonna sound so dumb. My partner would be so mad. The computer box. There was a swatch of the freezer bunny. Anyways, I love the freezer bunny. I think that is so cute. I use him when I create. I'll use a lot of their mascots that they have in the game, like Meduso. You'll see it. I find him in the debug. He's just like a plushie of, I think that's their void creatures. I don't know. I also, when I create like restaurants or just like themed like bars and stuff like that, like if I were to make a McDonald's in this game, I would theme it after the freezer bunny, because I can just decorate with him and it makes sense within the Sims universe. In my mind, I want everything to make sense within the universe that it's in. Like I love that. You'll see me trying to place the bed. That's when I end up getting rid of that fireplace because it's just not working for me anymore. I love that clothing rack too. I think that's so cute. Got some CC of the old GameCube, which is one of the original gaming platforms to get me really into gaming. Me, my sister, and my cousins used to play Super Smash Bros, the OG, on the GameCube, which I know it's not the OG. It was on another gaming platform before, but. And then I really liked, I can't remember the CC creator that made this, and that is so awful. Sometimes I just grab shit, throw it into my folder, and don't even think about it. But the little gaming station with the all the game, like the CD disc for games, and then the gaming remotes, that table, and it's gonna have a TV that comes with it. It's so cute. So if you are that CC creator and you see this, I will try to throw your name in the description if I can find it. I'm so bad about that. I really want to be more on top of that. But yeah, through that door with the stickers on it from high school years, because I love that. It's so cute. I just really wanted a lot. I wanted a lot to be happening. Now I can tell I'm on the hunt for something. When I filter stuff, I'm done looking. I just want to find it. My patience is gone. And I think I'm looking for the TV. Yep, I am. I sure am. I love it. It's got a Stardew swatch, a couple of Sailor Moon swatches, and an Animal Crossing swatch. It's so cute. I love it. I will find the CC creator for this, you guys, and I will post them and tag them in the description. But yep, there you see me adding the little freezer bunny because he's so cute. A Redbull, and that's got Simlish on it, and I believe that was also created by a CC creator around The Sims. And it's got Simlish on it. Oh, thank you for having that option. I know a lot of times CC has stuff in English. You guys, I think it's when in movies, if they don't make it believable, it really takes you out of the immersion. So I think that's why I just prefer it. So I can say like engrossed in this world. But here you see me looking for a cute snow globe. I wanted one that felt very inspired by cryptology or like an alien some kind of way, because I felt like I didn't have enough alien. It all felt really cute, but where was it? Where was the alien? You know what I mean? Where's the alien? Besides the little bulb I got over in the corner. There's the Medusa I was talking about. I think it's so cute, especially the Valentine's Day one. They're like themed. There's a Shamrock one, a Cyborg one, a Valentine's Day one. They're all so cute, but I really prefer the Valentine's Day one. I wanted my room to include elements from Strangeville, and the little puppet, that is something that you get from the curio shop. And that's a cow plant skull. I don't know why it's so small, but it felt really cute because Strangerville is in desert, and it matched the vibes. It went with the vibes. Love the books that came with the Cozy Gamer kit. I'm like out of breath. Oh my gosh. Had to include the armadillo. I love him. I put him in every build for my room. If it's in some way related to my character, I'm putting it in there. I love going through. If you want to find stuff like this, like the figurines, some stuff is hidden in debug, and it'll pop up. You don't even have to look up debug. You just have to type into the cheat bar show hidden objects, and it's all one word, but that'll bring up a bunch of stuff in other categories. So in like lighting fixtures, it shows stuff. You don't have to go digging for it, because a lot of times in the debug menu, if you go to the side and search debug, it's like I love the stuff that's in there, because usually it makes for great clutter. But if I'm not in the mood to look through everything, I won't. I'll just, everything can be found too in kind of certain areas. So I love the Beam Me Up lamp that came with the Cozy Gamer kit. Oh, I love it. But do you see what I mean about the placement? Like, it just, if I put it on the desk with the computer, it overlaps the computer. It just don't make no sense. So I have to really work it. And honestly, I don't mind. It's kind of fun. It's really satisfying when it all comes together. But yep, wanted to put my little snow globe up there. I had that. I love the cookie candle. I feel like the Sims team is really, like, their stuff just works now. It's kind of trendy. Some of the stuff is, but also it's more trendy than it used to be. I still feel that way with some of their clothes. Like, who's wearing this? You know, that's why I prefer the kit packs over the like the clothing kit packs. And then I was going through all the swatches. I had no idea the swatches were so fucking cute. The Fruit Loop lamp or candle, that is so cute. So fucking cute. But yeah, got my little book on the floor. I didn't know what to do with that fucking keyboard. I should have just not put it, because it wasn't fitting anywhere that I put it. Yeah, so I just started adding those room lights from high school years like I said, I used a lot from high school years because a lot of their stuff felt very up a gamer alley. You know what I mean? Like, it just felt like, I remember even thinking that when I saw the trailer for it. I was like, oh, that's a lot of stuff for like a gamer room. But I guess a lot of teenagers are really into gaming, you know. It wasn't as popular, at least with like the girls. I know a lot of guys that gamed, but I mean, I know a lot of girls that game now. But when we were teenagers, I wasn't gaming very much besides The Sims every once in a while. But I did have friends that were playing like Overwatch and Dead by Daylight, but it just, yeah, it's kind of like popping off. Everybody games, you know, and I kind of love that. I feel like we're aging out of the generation that's like, those games are gonna rot your brain, and now kids are being raised by parents who also enjoyed gaming, so it's not as like frowned upon to enjoy gaming. Still is by the older generations, I guess, but I don't know. I feel less like an oddball when I'm like, yeah, I love gaming. I love playing The Sims. I love Dead by Daylight. I love Project Zomboid. I love Repo. Got really into Repo for some time there. And now it just feels more relatable. I also am not trying to be like, I'm not like other girls, because I definitely was in high school. Still am like other girls. Just want to clarify, I'm not like, girls, like, I'm just like one of the boys. I love playing video games. No. I will say it's nice when me and my partner just game and don't talk to each other for several hours because we're both gaming. That is nice. That is so, like, I just have so much joy when I'm like, you're doing your thing, I'm doing my thing, but we're both having fun. Love that for us. I love that for us. But yep, now I'm just trying to decorate the walls. I really wanted to leave that for last. Thought about doing a gallery wall by the bed, but I do a gallery wall in all of my builds. That's a big reason why I wanted to use a lot of shelving in this build, because usually all I do is just throw a bunch of pictures on the wall, and I call that interior design, y'all. But I really wanted to switch it up, and you'll see me take some stuff out. I think I get rid of some of the lamps. I like that plant lamp, but I also fucking hate it. It is so big. Sometimes in The Sims, the objects are not proportional to the Sims themselves, and it looks janky as hell, and I hate it. But yep, now I'm just going and really searching through Strangerville, because I really wanted to have some kind of connection to that. I'm looking for a particular poster. Yes, it comes with Get to Work. It doesn't come with Strangerville, but it also feels like it should come with Strangerville. But I love that poster. I love the colors. Yeah, like I said, I think I totally just shot myself in the foot by being like, oh, I'm not going to do a gallery wall, because I'm pretty sure I do a gallery wall. Really messing with the colors there. That one felt too vibrant for the pastels, but that one, I also don't like the green and yellow bed. I love the little alien authentication bar code that you can scan your hand on, so I put that outside my room so no one can get in. It is fingerprint protected, y'all. But yeah, you can see my little art area that I included. Put up a little light switch. Pretty sure that gets removed, so nobody get attached to the light switch. Okay. Corkboard. I saw corkboards and a lot of aesthetic shots of gamer rooms, so I really wanted to include that somewhere. The banner is kind of whatever. I moved that because I don't like it. Looking for different swatches. I love the skateboard. Right underneath that, there's the skateboard. I love that one. I use that for very like edgy rooms. you know. It feels very edgy to have skateboards on the wall. And I'm not saying that as like, oh, you're so edgy. I'm saying that as in I'm jealous. Would never look cool on a skateboard. Would never look cool on a skateboard. And that's okay. I knew that neon was hiding somewhere. I had been looking for it. That's what I really wanted, was to put neon on like the wall somewhere. But it wasn't going to fit by my gaming station, so I threw it over there. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I'm not super happy with how this side of the room looks. At least as of right now. But low-key, I don't remember liking it. I just remember... But I wanted the focus to be on the gamer side because it was gonna be the part that I ended up drawing later on. So had to get my plants in there. Fucking love plants. Love hanging plants. Had to find some way of getting it in there. Yeah, that looks nice. I want to high five myself for that. Yeah, those lamps just weren't working. Love the hanging pots. Those are also a part of the hidden objects that you can find through the hidden object cheat. They're a part of the nifty knitting kit. Wow, I know more tight. I was like, I'm gonna struggle remembering these kits. No, I'm doing great. I'm like really proud of myself for remembering all that. But I also watch a lot of Sims YouTubers who talk about the kits, and I watch kit reviews and stuff like that. I just like to know how I'm spending my money, if it's worth it. I always recommend that. A lot of the time, it just depends. Some of the packs are hit and miss. Had to include the alien plant. He is so cute. I think I put him in 2 places if I remember. But yep, had to add some. It's really coming together. I feel like it's really coming together. This is towards, I believe, the end of at least me finishing up the area over here. That's not true. I'm pretty sure I work on this for a little bit longer. But I remember some stuff gets moved, and you're gonna watch me struggle here for a minute when it comes to trying to place this damn stuff, because I don't know what was going on. Usually it's not this fucking difficult for me to be able to move stuff against the wall. It was so hard to get a good angle. And then I was not lining stuff up correctly. So that drove me crazy. Sorry about the ass angles, you guys. Ass angles. Not good. Not good. Thought removing the wall would help. I don't know. Maybe you can feel my frustration in this video, because I can feel my frustration. But I also remember being frustrated. I'm like, yay, I did it. But it's not fucking in line with the desk. So I had to redo all of it again. No. First, I moved to this stuff because I was like, oh, this is perfect. I did it perfectly right. It's perfectly lined up. It wasn't. So I'm going to put all this stuff on the wall and have to fucking redo it. Oh my gosh, my potty mouth is so bad. I'm really trying not to, y'all, but good lord. Yep, and that's me realizing, that I was checking to make sure that stuff was lined up, bro. I was so mad. So irritable. Finally, I was starting to line everything up correctly, and boy, was I done. I was done moving the table, and then moving the shelving, and then forgetting to move the table so everything would auto attach to the table. Oh, I was getting so frustrated. I was done. I was about ready to be like, whatever. I don't even fucking care. Throw the CDs over there. That's fine. but I hated the colors, hated all the swatches for the CDs. So got rid of that. Yep, threw the DVDs over there. Felt more right. They deserve to be out front. Looking for more plants. I'm looking for something in particular here. Yeah, I was going through wanted a radio. I thought a radio would be cute. The little Furby CC is crazy. But yeah, I loved that. Everything was just too big. You know what I'm saying? Like, and maybe they are proportional, but everything just felt really big. So, yep, and then I remembered I needed a TV on my wall, so this is when I start kind of adjusting this area over here because it doesn't quite work. Yeah, move this guy over. I think I changed the color too because I'm like, it's not colorful enough. But I guess I throw down a TV first. I love the TVs that look like pictures. I think that's so cute. I'm pretty sure that door gets moved one more time. Do you move it, Mama? Yeah, I do. I sure do. Yep, because I wanted to put a couch down. And I played the Blast to the Past event, and I love the inflatable chairs, you guys. I almost didn't play, and then they had extended it, and I was getting back into The Sims around the time that they extended it, and I was like, yeah, okay, I guess I'm just gonna do this and get rewarded for it. Yep, I'm changing the colors, a nice yellow. I wanted more variety. I had a lot of pink and green. That's when I decided I hated that fucking plant lamp. This one confuses the fuck out of me. I don't understand why it clips to certain things, but it won't for others. Yep, there's me removing the desk too, because it just keeps clipping. It just keeps auto-clipping to it. But this, I think, was like my final touch to the that area over there before I take pictures to use as reference. So the rest of the video I really think is about me fixing up the bedroom area, trying to find a plant. There's one plant I love. It's in like a woven basket, but I can never find it. I have to search over and over and over and over again because I can't find it. And me putting down other plants is me being like, well, does this work? Does this work? Does this work? Some of them were really small, felt really small. That one in the basket planter is just like the perfect size. And I love I'm pretty sure it's banana leaves. It's a banana plant, not an actual banana plant, I doubt. But it's like, I have one of those, IRL, ew, but, yeah, it's just cute. It felt right. And then, yep, I find another swatch of that alien plant that I really liked. Yep, it's the damn freezer bunny again, because I love that freezer bunny. Yep, put the gaming station over there, because it felt right to put it by the TV. I don't go hard decorating over here. I remember that. I kind of go pretty easy on the decorating. Because at this point, I'm like, I just jammed that corner full of gaming shit. And I was running out of decorations to use. Yep, I love, I think that's like a cozy kitsch pack. But I really like that. So, but... Alright, so now I'm doing the speed build, and I'm just doing it based on a screenshot that I took in-game, because I thought that would be easiest. I do a lot of character work, so I don't do a whole lot of backgrounds. Pro tip for any artist out there, though, this helps tremendously. I also liked it because it was easier to grasp the shapes that I was drawing when I was drawing them from reference. I feel like as an artist, my biggest problem is that everything is very flat, but that's something I've been trying to work on with shading, is capturing the actual shape of the object. And it helps because I've seen these objects in a 3D space too. So I kind of already know what they look like and what their shape is like, so it's easier to understand, especially when I go to shade. It's so much easier to understand. But yeah. Yeah, I had so much fun drawing this, but it was probably one of the longest pieces I've worked on. But, you know, I needed that. I feel like I rushed through a lot of my stuff, and this was just a lot of fun to bring this together. And right now I'm just doing the line art, kind of just tracing over things that I had done, trying to make everything as symmetrical as possible. I really love a good, crisp, straight line. Ooh, love that. But what I wouldn't give for this to be my actual setup, you guys. What I would not give to be this cutesy gamer girl. So I threw this color palette up on the screen that I found from Pinterest because it had a bunch of colors with the shading and the highlighting. It's so easy to color pick from that palette. And I know that my colors are going to be, the palette is just going to look cohesive. I always think that too, because sometimes I struggle with making sure the saturation level of all the colors, the hues, the values of all the colors, making sure those are all consistent. That's a real struggle. I don't know. When I draw, I want to do it for fun. When I color, I want to do that for fun, but the coloring is still a struggle because I'm still struggling to understand shapes. I went to school for art, so it's kind of like, girl, what is you doing? Why do you not have this down yet? But it's just one of those things that is, I'm a visual learner, and I just need to start paying attention to what a shape feels like, looks like in your hands, because I think that's what's going to help me understand. But yep, here I am just completing the rest of the colors, dropping all of those in before I start doing the shading. And I use a real fun trick to do the lighting. So you'll see me do the neons. I mapped out where the neon light was coming from, because it's just so much easier when you have a source light like marked down. So I'm going around. I started manually shading everything at first, but then I noticed that it just didn't look how I wanted it to. It wasn't reading like a darker room with just the gaming setup being lit up. So I think I throw a black screen over it. Yep. And then I just erase. And that was just so much easier. I wish I had done that in the beginning. But yeah, it was fun making all the light sources, trying to make them as obvious as I could. The candles were fun. You'll see me do the candle lighting. Yeah, that's nice. Yeah, it was a lot of fun thinking about how the light was gonna bounce on the wall. I feel like it just came together so much better when I did it this way. And then I'll start throwing in darker shadows, retouching that chair. I really struggled with the chair for some reason, but I do really like how it came out. I know a lot of my artist friends are gonna agree with me when you don't feel confident in your drawing at first. You hate it. Kind of wanted to quit, but I had already made the first part of this video, so I was like, I have to finish it. I just have to do it. It'll be great learning lesson otherwise. So in the end, in the beginning I hated it, but towards the end I really like how it came out. I really liked it. Well, thank you guys for being here with me today. I had a lot of fun doing this. The Sims building part was so much more fun, but the drawing was also, I feel like I really pushed myself through my comfort zone, and I can appreciate that. But yeah, feel free to watch one of my other videos, put on some lo-fi, and, you know, draw, you know? Do it. Make art. Make good art. No more AI art. So over that stuff. But, yeah, well, thank you guys for joining me today, and I'll see you in the next one. Dag.